It's time, people. Welcome to Fan Doosra with me, Tommy Sandhu, and of course, the Bharat Army and Rario. We are brought to you by Rario because we are raring to go. Raring to go with great cricket. We've got a double game today, so we've got lots to get through. But if you go to rario.com, that will take you just 60 seconds to register with them. It costs nothing. Fill in your details, put in a username, and we're giving away NFTs. We're giving away nice, funky trainers. No, we're not. That's not what NFT stands for. It's a non-fungible token, and it's your chance to own a bit of cricket. Go to rario.com right now, rario.com. 60 seconds, register your details, no card details, no payment. Bang. You get a free NFT because you're watching this show. Oh, my word. The messages are coming in already. Look, I always say this is the fans show. It's the fans show for the fans, made by the fans, delivered to you by the fans. And here are my super fans for today's games. We've got CSK represented by Rishi playing against Sunrisers Hyderabad represented by Isha. And look, this is actually where they all are in the table. RCB are playing Mumbai Indians. And then CSK are playing SRH. I think it's roughly like that kind of stack. Hi, Amanda, sitting at the top of the table. Look at you at the top of the tree, looking all fabulous. How's it feel today?
Feeling great. The team's looking good. We look in good form. Hopefully, with Glenn Maxwell back, we do even better. And it's an easier win for us today.
Look at already so confident. Look at that. Well, look, you're the only one who can at the moment, I think, say that we're in good form. Let's actually, just before we get to today's games, we should just take a moment to look at to talk about Titans last night, who were incredible. I think it was thrilling. That is why we love IPL and Shubman Gill as well as Tewatia and those 2 sixes. What did you make of those 2 sixes at the end of the game? Isha, did you watch it?
Nope, but I didn't miss out the last 2 balls where Tewatia hit 2 sixes in 2 balls. It was a great knock. I think it felt like the last part where I watched it, the last season or the previous, where Punjab had a knock with Rajasthan and Tewatia was on there smacking the bat. So I was like, oh, I think it's the same Tewatia I saw yesterday, but for a different team.
Yeah, for a very different team. But and smashing it. Exciting stuff though, Rish, wasn't it? It was a good way to go at the end of the game yesterday.
Absolutely. I think, the way Rahul Tewatia finished the innings, no one would have given him the chance. I mean, the fourth delivery of the last over, had he not got that single, the game would have turned upside down in favor of, Punjab. But that's how cricket is played. It's a game of small margins, and that single led to, Gujarat Titans winning the match by 2 sixes.
Oh, man. So excited. I'm like, who would have thought? You can't make it up. It was a beautiful hit. Let me just say hello to Omkar, who says, come on, Mumbai Indians. Let's go, dear. Look, already getting the pump on for you guys. Almost doing the captain style dressing room motivational talk there that we've been seeing so much of. Maxwell and Hazelwood both returned today. The team looks incredible. Tough nut to crack this time round, says Nitish. And let's go, Bhutan. Time to bounce back. Hard on RCB, says DD. Drupa Dave, legend in the fan game. Look, on Tewatia. Tewatia loves to smack Punjab. And if a West Indies bowler is there, he's likely to chuck those fatte. Indeed. He not only chucked those fatte, he chucked them, then smashed them in half in a Bruce Lee style and fashion. It was great. Anyway, enough about the past. Let's move on to the future. It's 8th versus 10th in the table today. That is CSK versus SRH. Rishi, man, can you actually believe that we're talking about CSK in 8th position? Can you believe that we're saying 3 losses, 3 games about the former champions?
Never happened in the past, Tommy, and not the kind of a start that we wanted. But that's how the IPL is, the kind of a tournament it is. We went into a mega auction. There were 2 new teams that came in. The entire setup from last year was, shaken up. There were new players. There were some old players as well. So I think, we're just missing that one good knock or that one good spell by a bowler. And, the team can just come together and perform today. I think, it's the right time to play Sunrisers because they're bottom of the table as well. They haven't won a game either. So someone
today is going to get one. They haven't. Are they 3 losses in a row, Sunrisers?
They're 2 losses in 2 games. So it's So
Oh, right,
someone
course,
is going to get on the points table today. So it's going to be interesting.
right.
But I haven't been back on your show in the first 3 games. So who knows? Today might be the lucky day.
Maybe you are. Maybe you're the lucky little chipmunk that's got to come on and bring his little good luck. He's just got those chipmunk's cheeks. I just want to squeeze Richie's cheeks. I think I'm allowed. I think that's okay. Does it feel unfair, Rich, to point the finger at Jadeja? Everyone's going to be looking at the captaincy. Oh, it's the captaincy to blame. It's his 150th game today for CSK. You know, that's when things like that happen. There's like that you get a surge of energy behind a team. He's been there 10 years. It could be symbolic, but is he the reason why we've got 3 losses in a row?
No, I don't think so. I mean, not one player can always define any cricket team. I think it's, the collective team effort that has let us down. I can say that, Jadeja hasn't been at par with the level that he has set in the previous seasons. The same can be said for a lot of players as well. And that's why I said, a lot of players will have to pull up their socks, come together today and get that big performance on board. And who knows, I think, we've seen in the past as well, team have lost 3 games in a row. Mumbai Indians have done that. They've come back from, 3 losses in a row and went on to win a championship. And Chennai Super Kings have that kind of a mentality. They can go ahead and do something incredible this season as well.
Okay, let's see if they have. Harbhajan Singh was in the press this week. He was saying they needed a replacement for Chahar. That's what it was, to get those early wickets. And you don't have the spin attack either. And you don't have the Faf Gaikwad combo from last season as well. That's also missing. So there's some holes in the team. Rish, what would you want to see today to get the win?
I'm not really too fond of to pinpointing the holes. You can keep doing that. You will always find that even when the team's winning back-to-back games, it's either you have to focus on the positives, take out the best from the players, and then move forward. I know that we can replace the fast bowler who's injured, Deepak Chahar. But then if he's available mid-season, I think he can still be crucial for the Chennai Super King lineup. One thing that I do agree is that we are missing a frontline spinner, a wrist spinner, because finger spinners are not that helpful in the Mumbai conditions with the dew coming in. So I think a wrist spinner would have been much better. But again, like I said, you can always pinpoint the negative points, but it's the positives that you have to take forward and go ahead in the game.
Can I see your wrist? Can I see your wrist action? Can you just show me what you? Nice.
Yeah. Do you think I fit in the playing 11 if given an opportunity?
Mate, I think if there was a playing 3, you'd fit in that. That's how special
lovely.
you are to me. All right, you're up there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Run at the women dominating today. Hey, listen, it's. I only see beautiful souls. Vernata. We don't see people for their gender. We're beyond that. We just see people that are passionate about their team. And by the way, talking about passion, lots of Sunrisers love coming through as well. It says, go Orange Army, go SRH as well. And let's move on to Isha and the SRH fan team. Isha, what's going on? You're right. Actually, you're right. It's 2 games they played, 2 straight losses. Is it the batting? The batting's just not got going. Is it Kane Williamson not getting those big innings? What would you put it on?
So, like, if you could see the first match, our bowling was good, our batting failed. If you could see the previous match, like 2 players performed, but our bowling wasn't great. We started off well, the power play went well, but later we were just going down. So I think we need to have a collective team where both batting and bowling perform in this match, and we could get that CSK's 4th loss against Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Okay, you want to see them have the 4th loss. Look at that. She's already given the fighting talk. We're saving the fighting talk to the end, Isha. Let's talk in a bit more detail about Williamson, for example. What does he need to do? What do you see that needs to change in the batting play?
Yeah, I think he shouldn't get the burden of opening first. I think he should come to 1 down or 2 down, where he actually suits best. So he doesn't have to take the entire pressure. He can play his consistent. We all know that Kane Williamson doesn't come and start hitting 6s or 4s. He takes a little time to adapt to the situation and then he starts smacking. So I think that is the perfect time where he comes in, because I think that is the way it was always working out for our previous games as well in previous seasons. So I think that is the only factor that him coming 2 or 3 down.
Yeah, I think we're seeing that as well. We're seeing the players that sort of take that little bit of extra time to settle into the match and don't go for the extra shots or don't stretch that extra bit, are the ones that then ride it out, and then all of a sudden the form clicks in. But you got to get to that quite quickly. That's the only danger. You got a few players that aren't really firing on the batting lineup. So I'm going to just talk about Abhishek Sharma, Buran, Tripathi, because you can afford one to be sort of slow to get going, but it's a few too many, Isha, is what I'm saying, isn't it?
Yeah. So we've definitely had hopes for the first match. But we've seen Nicholas Puran and Tripathi getting duck out after playing like 4 to 8 balls. But last game, if you take out the positives, both Tripathi and Puran gave a good batting lineup, and I think it was really good. So it's just 2 games into the season, and I think we can move forward with this positivity. I don't think they're going to fail again. But Abhishek Sharma, I think he has taken too much time to settle into the team, and he has to get up.
Okay. I just want to say DD's coming with a great line. He goes, Kane Williamson has been adapting to the situation for 3 years now. It's taken him, it's taken him that long or to get used to the bit. I'm sorry, I just had to mention that. Isha's the only one who's not smiling at that. On a positive, though, let's look at the positives at SRH. Kumar, Sundar, Natarajan, Malik. The bowling is looking quite good. You get a great bowling attack, Isha. What are you seeing in that?
Yes, I think Umran Malik, he's a young player and he's still doing great. You can't expect him to take wickets every other ball or maintain that economy. Yes, he has been giving away too many runs, but if you look at the positive, he's actually giving us a good bowling attack. And coming to Sundar, man, like it's a great season for him, I think, because he is actually picking up and he's coming at the right time, playing both with the bat and the ball. So, and again, Bowie, the swing king, he's always there for the team. It's like you play or you don't play. We know he's there supporting us and trying to give that best. So I think our bowling looks great, batting looks great. We just have to put the pieces together and give a good knock.
All the pieces are there. They're all laid out on the table. Just got to bring that puzzle together. Well, let's have a look at the CSK and SRH history. Let's have a look at what's happened in your head-to-heads over the years. It's been 12-4. I can see why CSK dominated that. And again, 4-1 over the last 5 meetings as well. So definitely a CSK strong side. Rish, does that mean anything? Because right now it's a very different CSK. So I'm sure as much as you might want to relish in that, that was a different squad.
Absolutely, but it gives you that slight psychological edge. But I think when 2 teams get on the field, past records don't matter. It's the playing 11 on both sides that matters the most, and how you execute your plans on the field is what's important. So I think the past record won't really matter much today going into the game.
Okay, who's your player of the day for you guys for CSK first of all?
I think Rituraj Gaikwad, he has to come into form. I mean, the kind of a player he is, it's just that, he needs to spend some time in the middle. He needs to hold on to the first 6 overs. If he can play the ball out, if he can hang on in the power play, I think he will come good for Chennai Super Kings.
Ooh, 120 against Sunrisers last season as well. Isha, who's your player for Rario?
It's going to be Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. He's going to start off well, and I'm sure he's going to take at least those 2 major wickets for us today.
Okay, Booby with the ball. There you go, right in his hand. Okay, we're going to get to your fighting talk in just a moment. We're going to move on to the later game today. It's RCB versus the Mumbai Indians. This is a great clash. 5th versus 9th. Let's start with looking at your history. Let's start with looking at what's happened when these 2 guys have got head-to-head over the years. Well, look at that. 12, 17, 3-2. I'd say overall the years, I'd say that's fairly even all round. Would you not say, Amanda?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think, apart from the fact that Mumbai Indians have won 5 titles, I think, beating them, the head-to-head isn't too bad. It's not being dominated by Mumbai, so that's a good sign. And we have won a couple of crucial games against them as well, which sort of gives us hope, as usual, all RCB fans.
Yeah, it does. There's a bit of hope going into this game, and also RCB on good form. But Mumbai, similar to CSK, 3 defeats in a row. What is going on there? Because there is such a loyal fan base, and the people in blue love their squad so much. This is hard to watch for a lot of fans.
It is. I won't lie. It's been a little disappointing, but you know what? It's not like we've not lost so many matches in the beginning and not gone on to qualify. We've lost 4 to 5 matches and then we've still gone on to qualify. So I'm not losing hopes. Like Rohit Sharma said in one of the post-match videos, he said that we need a little desperation from all of those guys, and I think that we will see a lot of that desperation today. We may not be dominating over RCB, but we definitely do have an edge over them, and I feel like we're getting our first 2 points today.
Okay, I'm going to address, seeing as you brought it up, I was thinking about that. I watched that locker room speech, and I'm a bit confused because he says, okay, no need to panic, but we need desperation and we need hunger. I'm like, which one is it? We can't blame the team, and then he says, you can't blame the team. We're all, because we can't blame individuals. We're all one big team. But then he says, but in those moments, the individual needs to step up. And I'm like, look, man, you need to be a little bit clearer on your message. I don't know if it's a team thing, an individual thing. I don't know whether to be desperate and hungry or whether to be cool and calm. I'm sorry to use this analogy, but back in my single days, when I was in the club and you want to get the attention of a girl, right? You can't be desperate, right? But inside you are panicking, but you got to be kind of cool, right? You got to just kind of carry on busting your moves and chilling at the bar, right? Whatever, trying to look good, but inside you are looking a little bit desperate. What needs to happen here? What should your nightclub game be, Dia? What actually needs to happen here? Is it just, no, we need to be desperate, we need to be hungry, we need to panic, we need to be fearful. This is not good enough for Mumbai. Come on, we all got to step up.
I think, as cliche as it sounds, balance is the key. We need to have a little bit of panic, but not to the extent that messes up with our game. At the same time, we need to stay calm and focus on, all the individuals need to focus on what they're doing, continue to do the things that they're doing right, and focus on bettering the things that we're not doing right. So I think we need to be balanced. I think that's what he meant too.
Okay. Right, be balanced, be cool, but be hungry and be desperate. Okay, be all things. Just go out and get the win. I think Mumbai just desperately want that and need that. Glenn Maxwell, let's talk about him though, Dia.
Yeah, he's coming back, but Bumrah has been great against him. We've got Bumrah has got a couple of wickets of Maxwell, so I think we have that sorted. I'm not too worried about him.
Okay, no concerns there. It's going into RCB though. Their form has grown and they've settled in quickly. They had that early loss and now they did what so many of the teams want to do, what the CSKs, the SRHs and Mumbai Indians, what they want to do, which is okay, you get an early loss, but then you find yourself quite quickly. That's the sign of a quality squad. That's the sign of a squad that's going to grow throughout the league, Amanda.
Yeah, absolutely. It's happened in the past. Unfortunately, there have been times where we haven't really crossed the line and won, but it still shows how united they are as a squad, never giving up. Even in 2016 we lost so many of the first few matches, but we ended up making it to the final. And I think RCB, although we haven't won before, they're great as a group. I think Kohli is also one of the main reasons that RCB go out. That the one thing RCB, the RCB team possesses, that never ever give up attitude, and they show it onto the field, but I guess sometimes we just get unlucky when it comes to the wins. But yeah,
your fellow RCB girl Varnita is on the comments, and she says Faf is doing a fabulous job. Fabulous, look, darling, he's just wonderful, is what she's saying. And also Nitish saying Pollard needs a stretcher now. He can't run, he can't hit. Poor guy. Says Saurabh says Mumbai Indians. Let me go. Yeah, Mumbai Indians need their Pandya brothers to fire. Oh wait, they aren't there. Now it makes sense. I'm just saying, Dia, I know it's your first time on the show. I'm sorry to expose you to the lions of the fan group, but it's all about the cricket. Is there something missing in that MI squad? That's what they're saying. The Pandya brothers missing. Is there a hole in the team, Dia?
I think in the past years we had really managed to come up with a squad that that was well round, and we they could win us games. I think it would take us a little bit of time. It's a new squad. We are experimenting. Although I hope we don't take a lot of time. I hope we figure it out soon. But on the Pollard comment, I would like to say that if he gets going, everybody else would be on the stretchers, not Pollard. He doesn't need a stretcher. So, yeah.
Okay. There you go. He'll be the one sending them to accident and emergency. Thank you. Brilliant. Love the comments. Keep them coming in wherever you're watching, however you're watching. If you are on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, do send us a little comment right now, and we'll see if we can get them. Give you a shout out on the show. Back to RCB if you can for a minute, Amanda, because just tell me about what you're seeing in Dinesh Karthik's play. I'm enjoying him.
Dinesh Karthik has been really, really impressive. I think he has worked on his form. He himself said that, he's not done yet. Everyone had spoken about how, Dinesh Karthik's out. He's out of the squad. That's the end of Dinesh Karthik. But the fact that he's worked on his form and worked on building up that strength of finishing those games and executed it really well as well, I think that's a great sign. And Karthik has done extremely well against Bumrah, and he's played with a really good strike rate against him. So that's a good sign as well.
Okay, and just so, I feel like I'm being a bit pro RCB here, because they're a team that's come into form. A great win against Rajasthan Royals, who I would even say are in great form as well. So that's all reassuring for the squad. But a great middle order. And actually, we're moving away from batting. Let's talk about the ball. Harshal Patel. He's, again, holding up his deal. Look, I saw that brought a smile to your face, Amanda.
Yeah, absolutely. Harshal Patel has been so impressive. It's great that we have him back in the squad. We did spend a lot of money on him, but it's so worth it considering the fact that he is becoming a senior bowler for us now, and he is someone that Virat Kohli always looks up to. And hopefully Harshal Patel goes in with a lot of confidence this match, because he does have a great record against Mumbai Indians with his fifer and a hat-trick, especially against a Mumbai squad that had Kishan, Pollard, Hardik, Rohit, everyone. So hopefully he does better this game.
Okay, hopefully. I was going to read out the comments coming in. Saurabh says, Pollard's strike rate and age is dangerously making him an automatic qualification to see the CSK squad next season. Because sorry, it's funny. It is funny. There's humor in these comments. That's why we're reading them out. It says maybe a complete season to figure out your playing 11 for Mumbai Indians. Dia, I need you to step into the defense. Why is today going to be your win?
I think today is going to be our win because MI needs a little bit of pressure to perform. I always compare my academic performance with Mumbai Indians. I only do well in when I am under tremendous pressure, and I have seen MI do well when we are under tremendous pressure. And from here on, I feel like we are under that. We need to win games consistently, and that would make all the players step up as a team. And I truly believe in that, because it's not like we've not done that in the past. So.
But it's that kind of, again, it's that don't panic. Panic! It's like, oh my God, you're trying to just hold together. But we know IPL is about that. T20 is about that. It's about holding your nerve under pressure. Every shot, every ball does put the pressure on. Sorry, Isha, were you going to add something there? I thought you wave your hand. Maybe you're just stretching. She's just limbering up for the game, just getting a stretch on. Right, we're going to get to fighting talk in just a moment. We're going to have the two sets of fighting talk, a double whammy of fighting tamasha. But before we do, I'd like to show you how you can register with Rario.com. I need you to do this. Rario are supporting the show, and all they are doing is selling cricket NFTs, cricket moments in history. And if you go on to Rario.com today and just register your details, that means put in your email address, give yourself a username and put in a password, just register. It's free. I just think Big Tom. Yeah, you can register like me and you can get yourself a free NFT. They're giving them away to everybody who registers today. So go on to Rario.com. This is how you do it. This is what I did. It's very simple, very easy. You can do it. It's so easy. You type in your email address first of all. This is it. This is step one. email address. You can all do that. And then once you've filled that one in, you go down to the line below and you type in your username. I'm going with Big Tom. And then you put in your password. Make this unique to yourself, something that you're going to remember, and you have officially got yourself into the site. Then, of course, you've got to make sure you're not a robot by typing in the code. You hit submit, you wait for the email to come into your inbox, and you confirm it. That's it. Do it. Do it. And you can get yourself a free NFT. Get down with it. Own it. Hello to Anand, who says, hello, sir. Nice to see you again. And I hope Mumbai win today. Yes. Well, okay. There you go. Dia, you got Mumbai backing on your side. Akshat says, first win coming today for MI. All the way out of the playoffs, says Harshit. I think another comment about something else. Okay, great stuff. Keep those comments coming in. Keep that fire in. But this is your chance now to add in anything you want to say. A little bit of trash talk about the other side, a little bit of boosting about your own side. But let's start with the first two teams playing, Chennai Super Kings and Sunrisers Hyderabad. Who's going to go first? Actually, I'm going to let Isha go first, because I think if I let Rishi go first, it's like I'm doing my running order. I'm doing my playing order. If I let Rishi go first, I think Rishi's going to be a gentleman. He's going to try and be all soft and nice. Whereas I think Isha's going to come up with a future pair, ta 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 ta, and then I think we need that to wake Rishi up. Otherwise, he's going to be too nice. So let's go to Isha. Isha, your 30 seconds. Don't hold back now, Isha. Give it with all the orange beaming sunriser love that you've got. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Nobody can cry over spilt milk for long. Let's not worry about the past nor predict the future. Let's live in the present right here with Tommy Sandhu. It's definitely even more satisfying when our team wins, but we're still making memories and meeting fans across the globe, and that's what counts. It's a game, and one must lose and one must win, and let's just enjoy the match. And if we win, we'll celebrate. And Rishi, I'll send across some tissues today. Like I say always, win, lose, or die, SRH till we die.
Oh, almost like a philosophical approach to fighting talk there. Like, hey, there's going to be winners. There's going to be losers. But, it's almost like that. She's like the Zen-like master who already knows she's won the game. And she's going, yes, there will be winners. There will be losers. We'll know which way around that is. Maybe she's gently saying, Rishi, you're going to lose. And it's okay. There's no point giving it all this fighting talk. Like the way the sun rises and the sun goes down. It's a circle of life. And it's time for the sun to shine, perhaps, Rishi. Over to you. Your 30 seconds starts right now.
I think, Tommy, by the time the game ends today, the sun is not just going to set. The Sunrisers' sun is also going to set today when Chennai Super Kings hammer Sunrisers Hyderabad and leave them at the bottom of the table. The past record is not just a clear picture of how we performed, but in the field today, we're going to show them what Chennai Super Kings is capable of. And let's not forget, we still have MS Dhoni, who is the brain behind Chennai Super Kings. He might not be the captain, but he's still the captain of the ship. And, not much to say. I'm going to enjoy my match today. It's Saturday afternoon. And what better way to start my weekend by watching Chennai Super Kings win today?
Again, projecting that positivity. Sunny Thakur is sending you yellow hearts as well. Lots of fight. CSK all the way for Sunny. Thank you, Sunny. Okay, he's going to watch CSK beat Sunrisers today. It's official. Rishi said it, but there can only be one winner, like Isha said. We'll find out a little later on as we flip to our later game for the day, Mumbai Indians versus RCB. Amanda, you're going to kick things off, if that's all right, because you're sitting at the top out of these four teams today in the table. Good form for RCB, but let's see what your fighting talk form is like. Let's go. Your 30 seconds, Amanda, starts now.
First of all, RCB have won the last two matches against Mumbai, and since Mumbai are under so much pressure, which is quite bad for them, considering the fact that we won their super over as well, RCB are going to come in all guns blazing, and they're going to make sure we absolutely win with I'm messing up with the match. But Mumbai Indians theme song says, "Duniya hila denge hum duniya hila de hum." Pehle to bat hila do, because with RCB's bowling attack, we are absolutely gonna destroy you tonight.
Before you hala the dunya, hala your bat is what Amanda is saying. There you go. Start with the bat and the dunya will follow. Dia, over to you. Your 30 seconds to give it back to Amanda starts now.
Since we're talking about theme songs and theme slogans, your slogan is E Sala Cup Namre and you have never won a cup. I look at our trophy cabinet with 5 IPL victories and 2 Champions trophies. I feel like we've never not had these situations where we had to bounce back. We are pretty experienced in that department and we will do it this time again. We are wounded lions and you know what wounded lions do. So I think that RCB needs to be prepared for what they have coming from Mumbai today.
Be careful. The Lions have been, they're angry. They're angry. It's time for payback. They've gone hungry for too long. They're looking at their cabinet with all those trophies. Get your polish out. You're going to have to start buffing them up in a minute because there's so many trophies in there. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. It's going to be a great clash. RCB Mumbai, CSK versus Sunrise Hyderabad. So many comments today. Thank you. I want to just do a quick shout to anyone who I've missed. To Human, yes, love you. Thank you very much. Akshat. As well, I said Sunny, we said Harshit, we said Kevin. He says, "MI, let's go, RCB." That 01. That they love Brit. Look at Amanda. Amanda's face like, oh, that 01. We're tired of RCB. I know you are, but it's all coming out today. Thank you for all the comments. And guys, super fans, thank you for coming out as well. Thank you for supporting and showing some love for your team. I've got to say this as always because people sort of say, "Oh, Tommy, you create this show with all this fighting talk and rivalry." It's all love, is it not, guys? It's all love. We love the league. We love the team. A lot of these players make up Team India as well, which is why I'm here from the Bharat Army. We love Team India. And look, I'm sitting in East London. The sun's shining like it's Mumbai behind me right now. So I'm looking forward to a double day of 2 great games. CSK versus SRH, Mumbai Indians versus RCB. Enjoy the game wherever you are. Have a great one. Look after yourselves. Keep smiling, and we'll see you real soon. Bye, everyone. Cheers.